After this video, you will love G-perms. Actually, that's a lie. So before we start, there are two important finger tricks to know, and that is U with this hand, like this, and also D prime, like this. And the reason is because if you don't do it that way and you do it with your right hand instead, then you're going to run into some regrips. Alright, so here we have the GA perm. You have a block right here and headlights over here. And by headlights, I mean two corner stickers that are the same and on the same side. So you do this. So a bit faster. Alright, here's GB perm. So how I recognize this is there's a block again on the same side as before, but there's no headlights here this time. The headlights are on the opposite side. And this right here, these 5 stickers look like an H perm. So you do it like this. So a bit faster. All right, so a bit of advice for this one. What happens for me sometimes is when I do this move here, when I'm going really fast, what happens is this D move will overshoot and be like this, which means I can't really turn up properly. So if that happens for you, what you can do to fix it is to use this for D instead. So you can go like this. And then the rest of the algorithm is just the same. All right, so now we have the GC perm. So this time the block is on the other side and we'll put it at the back and there are headlights over here. So it makes a checker pattern of 4 stickers, orange, green, orange, green. So that's usually how I recognize this. And then you do it like this. Okay, so what I just showed is the easy way of doing it, but how I usually do it is with an extra finger trick. So here I use my thumb because I find that doing U and then U is slightly slower than doing U once and then U once with your thumb. So like this. And the rest of it is just the same. So a bit faster. All right, so now GD perm, and there's the block here, again, just like before, but the headlights are across from it. So how I recognize it from this angle is that all these colors are opposite, orange and red, or it could be like blue or green, except for one sticker. So then how I do it is like this. All right, faster now. Okay, so what some people struggle with these G-perms is AUF, and that stands for adjust U face, which is a U, U prime, or U2 at the end of the algorithm to finish off the solve. So let's take a look at this example, GA perm. So in this case, and in all the cases for these G-perms, you look at the headlights and see where they need to go. So here's green, but here's blue. So at the end, we'll have to do a U2 to get green to the right side. And that works for all these G-perms. So what happens at the end of this GA perm, let's see where my fingers end up. So I have to do this at the same time that I AUF, but then it's hard to do U2 because I'd have to regrip my right hand. And it's hard to do U2 because my left hand middle finger needs to hold the cube while I do this. So you really can't do U2. So you have 3 options for this. You can either do U like that, or what you can do is a U2 like this. So I'll just show you an example of that. That's like this. So it's this move and U2 at the same time like that. All right, and here's another example with GB perm. So the last option you have is to move the last D move in the algorithm to the beginning. And you can do this for any of the G-perm algorithms. So for GA perm, if you have to do a U2 at the end, because these headlights need to go over to here, then you can do it like this. Start with a D prime move at the beginning, and then just go into the algorithm. And then the AUF at the end becomes a lot easier because you can do a double flick because you don't need to use your ring finger to push the D layer. All right, so those are the finger tricks for the G-perms that I use. And of course, there are other algorithms for G-perms, but then I find that these ones are the hard ones to finger trick, so that's why I made this video. So leave any questions or video suggestions in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.